Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your weather hazard briefing for Wednesday morning. Taking a look at our impact summary bullets, we expect mostly dry conditions today, and then we'll see increasing moisture coming into the region from the southwest tonight, and that'll generate some moderate snow showers in the Sawtooth region. Our next storm system sweeps inland Thursday night and Friday. We should see moderate to heavy snow in the mountains and light to moderate snow in the valleys with widespread blowing and drifting. And then the weekend still looks mostly dry. I think we may see a few showers across the central mountains, but mostly dry. Here we are looking at satellite imagery this morning. We see a low-pressure system beginning to work its way into the northwest coastal waters. As that happens, we'll see a modest ridge of high pressure develop across southern Idaho today, which will bring a brief period of drying. And then we'll begin to see some of this moisture working in off the Pacific tonight, which will impact precipitation in the central mountains. Here we are looking at our weather hazard matrix, and that's indicating that we should see some moderate impacts here within the Wood River and Sawtooth region tonight with that snow that we're expecting to develop there and continue through noon tomorrow. The next storm system moves into the region Thursday night and Friday, and we're seeing what looks to be fairly high impacts here, at least for the eastern highlands and the Sawtooth region. Moderate impacts at the moment listed for the Snake River Plain, although blowing and drifting here may become an issue. It may be more of a higher impact if when we get closer to this to see how strong those winds are. But at least in the valley locations, we have moderate impacts listed at this time. You get out to the Magic Valley and some of these interior valleys of the Central Mountains, and we have minimal impacts there. By Saturday, I'm listing some minimal impacts across the central and northern mountains as we see some light snow showers skirting through the region there on Saturday. Sunday looks rather dry. Here we are looking at our forecast charts for today. That low-pressure system that I pointed out on satellite imagery setting up off the Oregon and Washington coast, bringing in a drier southwest flow to the region. We do expect winds this morning to still be a little breezy out of the southwest, but by the time we get to the afternoon hours with that low-pressure system setting up off the coast, we should see the winds now beginning to turn and run down valley through the day, so that should be helpful for those areas where we're still trying to clear roads here across at least north of Idaho Falls and along Highway 20 up into Island Park and over into Driggs. So may give road crews a chance to get that stuff taken care of today. As we work our way into the evening hours, that low-pressure system moves in a little closer to the coast. We start to see a much more moist southwest flow and impinging on the central mountains, and we are expecting snow in that area beginning at 9 p.m. tonight and continuing through noon tomorrow. I've got an advisory for the central mountains. I'll show you that here in a minute, but we're looking at anywhere from 4 to 8 inches here within the central mountains overnight tonight through Thursday morning. For the remainder of southeast Idaho, looks to be fairly dry. Here's that advisory I was talking about. It's good for 9 a.m., 9 p.m. tonight through noon tomorrow. And it is a winter weather advisory for snow and blowing snow. As we get into the evening hours on Thursday, that low-pressure system now beginning to spread inland and should be working across Idaho through the day on Friday. Snow totals just under warning amounts here in the Central Mountains. We'll have to see how that plays out. We may have a warning issued in that region anyhow, and certainly a bumping warning criteria here across the eastern mountains as far as our accumulations go through that time frame. Valley locations, certainly 1 to 2, 3 inches here in the valleys and maybe some of the interior mountain valleys here across the southeast highlands, which will, especially with the wind, will probably support winter weather advisories in those regions. No highlights issued yet, but I expect to see those. Either the day shift will do it today or I'll do it when I come in on Wednesday night. Taking a look at the wind gusts here on Friday behind that trough passage, pretty strong here, 30 to 40 miles per hour wind gusts throughout the Snake River Plain, southeast highlands. So that's all we need to get the snow to be blowing around across the region. So it looks like a pretty hectic day there for Friday for road crews. By Saturday, that system pushes well off to our east. We get a shallow ridge developing across the area. The models this morning are showing some weak moisture working up over the top of the ridge. So maybe some scattered showers through the central mountains here on Saturday, but certainly mostly dry for Sunday. So in summary, we're looking at mostly dry conditions today. Moist southwest flow impinging on the Sawtooth region tonight for what we have as a winter weather advisory there. Our next storm system sweeps into the region Thursday night and Friday, bringing moderate to heavy snow to the mountains and light to moderate snow to the valley locations with widespread blowing and drifting across the region. And then, as I mentioned, the weekend still looks mostly dry. That's all I had for you here this morning. If you had any comments or questions or needed any additional information, please go ahead and give us a call here at the number on the screen. Thank you.